Welcome back to another episode of Lengua de la Liga. It's been a minute since we did a Spanish top flight recap. If you guys like La Liga, if you like the Spanish teams, make sure you're subscribed because next weekend we have El Clasico. And before that, we have the second leg of all the European semifinals. And we got three Spanish teams fighting to make the final of each competition. Videos will be dropping about those competitions here on the channel. So again, hit subscribe. Don't miss that. Let us know your biggest takeaway from match day 34. We're just going to bounce around, talk about a couple different results here and a couple different talking points that I have. The first one being the game that is actually going on right now, the Basque Derby, which probably needs to be renamed the Dead Derby because,
terrible, bro.
And I hate to start negative, but this game, everybody was talking about the last time Man U played Man City, and that game sucked. Arguably the worst game of the Prem season. But this game right here might actually be worse. 0-0 as of time of recording and a damn shot on target. Absolutely insane. Now, rather than focus on Athletic Club, because I think those guys actually have, well, one, they've had a way better season. And they have an excuse to not be playing as well. No Sunset, no Nico Williams. Are Real Sociedad the biggest embarrassment of the season?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I think they're kind of hand in hand with Sevilla, just because of how shit. But the thing about Sevilla, though, they've been shit for a while. I think we put Real Sociedad on a different pedestal because they were supposed to push for Europe. And so if you compare them apples to apples, then yeah, I think Real Sociedad is definitely.
Bro, you know when you say that, Andre, you know what I think of immediately, bro? What? I think of Zubimendi and the saga of whether or not he leaves Sociedad, moves on to Liverpool potentially or somewhere in the Premier League. The cringy ass like Instagram story video talking about the Basque region and why he could never see himself going, at least at this stage of his career. Bro, this is what you stayed for? This is what you stayed for. Like, that's what I asked myself, is like, this is why you wanted to stay. So you could be mid-table La Liga, crashing out of every opportunity to win a trophy possible. Like, I have no words for this version of Sociedad. And it's not like you mentioned it, Jack. It's not like they're sitting here and resting players, rotating players to prepare for some midweek competition like Bilbao is. And I will argue, I mean, Bilbao, they look slow in this game. That first half was awful to watch. They look slow, but bro, they have an excuse. I almost feel bad for them. They still have to figure out how to play this derby and then get ready to potentially overturn a 3-0 deficit in a European semifinal. Like, I can't imagine, right? What
at Old Trafford, by the way.
Yeah, bro, like what they have to go through mentally. And now Sociedad has zero of those excuses, and it's like, yeah, let's phone it in today. Fuck it, I don't feel like playing. Let's just show up and see what happens.
They've been phoning in the whole season.
They
got 15 losses.
But here's
15 losses in the league.
If Michael was here, he'd tell all of us that it was due to Awasil and like the type of football that manager likes to play. Bro, he's gone, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like that's not an excuse anymore. At what point do we start looking at some of these players that we've hyped up? We've been screaming free Kubo, and I'm not saying Kubo's been bad, bro. I'm just saying he's probably the best player on this super mid team, and I don't know how much that means anymore.
And you know what's crazy? I'm looking at the table right now. There's a 4-point gap between 7th and 12th. So it's not like they're out of it by any means. Like if they win today, somehow, if they get like a 90th minute like own goal or some shit, they go 6th. Like it's that, tight up there. But the thing is that I'm looking at the table too, and I look at Valencia, for example, and 2 months ago, none of us would have thought that they would finish 12th, let alone potentially 10th.
Yeah, so, I said they weren't getting relegated. I did say
you did call it. You did call it. But how do we analyze that for the league itself? The fact that Real Sociedad have been so shit and they still have a shot to make like at least the Conference League, right? Like, what does that mean for the midfield?
I think for the midfield, like some teams like Celta de Vigo, I think they're having pretty good seasons.
Yeah.
Like I think same with Mallorca. I still think Mallorca are overperforming. Rayo are just there, man. Like they overperform some weeks and then they have terrible results in the next. I know they beat Getafe this week, which was a big win for them because they're trying to get to Europe too. And everybody's on 44 points in La Liga. That's like the magic number that everybody wants to be on. Osasuna is there too. But come on, man. Sociedad by far have the best squad of all those teams chasing, 6th? You could argue they have a better squad than Athletic Club. You could argue they have a better squad. They don't have the better star players, but you want to talk about top to bottom strength. You want to talk about also, being able to sign players. That certainly helps. You could argue they have a healthier squad than Athletic Club.
I'm just not scared of any of these Sociedad players at the end of the day. And maybe it's the culmination of everything that we've seen all throughout this season. Bro, I'd rather play Sociedad than Celta Vigo right now. Like, if you think about a team in Europe,
100%.
Yeah, bro, I'd much rather play Sociedad than Celta. Celta will create so many problems. And
Celta play ball.
Yeah, bro. Like somehow Borja Iglesias is back in a hat trick against Barcelona, and we still have, nostalgists, I guess you could say, right? Nostalgia merchants who are screaming that Sociedad's still a real team, bro. I don't see it. And I get what you're saying, like the sentiment behind it, Jack. They, on paper, individually, they have a pretty sound team, but also zero X factor, bro. Like, where does it come from? Like, if football's a game of moments, where do the moments come from for the Sociedad team? I just don't know. I really don't know.
Remember when we were looking at what their midfield could be? It was Zubamendi, Bryce Mendez, and Sucic. And I know Michael, he's not here today. R.I.P. He's at Buc-ee's right now. If you guys know what that is, having a great time. He's a Bryce Mendez guy. I'm not a Bryce Mendez guy. I just think he's kind of average. I think he's pretty average. Luka Sucic, pretty average. I'm looking at the midfield. I'm like, okay, you got a good DM. Where's the creativity?
Yeah.
These guys don't have a creative bone in their body. They have
maybe
no camp.
Maybe not this season, bro. Bryce Mendez has some of that. That, in all honesty, that was like the level up you could argue when they moved on from Merino. Was like, okay, well, we're losing a little bit of control, but you get someone who gives us a little bit of flair, a little bit of courage going forward, a little bit, bro. Again, I think so. You know what I compare it to in past seasons? I'm not saying he's fallen off tremendously, but I do see some of the potential that Michael sees. It's almost like the drop off that I've seen in someone like, and the rhetoric around and how that's changed in someone like.
This is coming to Arsenal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's actually a good example. Like Odegaard as an example.
I knew it.
But think about it, bro. Think about it, right? Like the rhetoric around it, right? So we're gonna assume that in 25% of the time we've seen a player play, if he has one bad season in there, does that change his brand entirely? I think Bryce Mendez is actually a pretty decent midfielder. I think I've seen him compete on the European stage in La Liga. He offers quite a bit moving forward. I mean, he's not Sucic, don't get me wrong, but that was the idea behind, okay, we lose Merino, we have another piece that falls in, it gives us something different. And it just hasn't panned out that way for Sociedad, unfortunately. But I still think he's a good player, bro. You put him in another position, put him in a Villarreal, I think he's a little more successful for whatever reason, right? Maybe it's Sociedad as a club, maybe it's something else, but I'm not going to write off Bryce Mendez yet.
I'm not writing him off. I think Villarreal played too fast for him. I don't think that's a good team for him. I think he likes to slow it down too much of that like possession ball.
You don't think Marcelino ball? I think that's Aguasil ball a little bit.
It is Alguacil ball. And this is the last point that I wanted to make when talking about, I think if you look at it this way, when you talk about most embarrassing team, it gives a different perspective. If you're a head coach next season in the summer, because Alguacil's gone when they're not renewing his contract.
Yeah.
If you're a coach and you get to choose the team and you get to say, I can do something, I can really make a difference here. Mm-hmm. Are you choosing Sevilla or are you choosing Real Sociedad to go to? Or are you choosing a different team? Ooh. What are you going to do with that Sevilla squad? Question.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Right now, I mean, nothing, bro. I mean, it's, and I will say, bro, the effort's there. That's the shitty part about Sevilla. The players just really aren't that good. Let's be fucking honest. Yeah. They're really not that good. But when I watch them play, bro, against today against Leganes, right? Like,
yeah,
I know like only demons, La Liga demons are probably watching that game at home. But at the end of the day, I was sitting there watching it, and and it was a good game, bro. But like the fan base is there, right? The players buy into the system, the mentality. You can see it on the pitch. But it's just like Luka Bacchio is the only one out there of. And maybe Suso at moments.
I was going to say
moments, bro. But he gets so pissy and so like easily like frustrated that form goes away mid-game out of nowhere. So it's just like if I was a new manager, I had a chance to overhaul a team that I really want to be a part of, I think it's Sevilla because there are pieces. Sociedad, I'm still struggling to figure out what this team is. Has Oyarzabal been there too long? Is Kubo need to move on and find better pastures ahead? I don't know, bro. It's a big question mark.
Yeah.
So see that I got more toys in the toy box.
Agreed. Outside of Luca Bacchio, Suso, and maybe Saul Niguez, which by the way, he talk about a fucking drop off. Outside of those three, you really don't have much like at all.
I think
really.
Saul
Beckett could
Niguez
be
does
good.
not start for Sociedad.
No, that's a really good point. He does not fit into the starting 11.
Sevilla have 2 toys, arguably.
Yep.
If you're Sociedad's manager, 1.5 toys. You have, first off, you got a top 4 goalkeeper in the division. That's a good start.
Yeah.
You have Takefusa Kubo, probably one of the more dangerous wingers in the division. Oyarzabal, has he been there too long? I just think that man ain't a striker. He probably needs to come centrally. They need a 9 so bad it's not.
After Sorloth left, yes, agreed.
Yeah, they got a pretty good back line. They got John Aramburu. They have Zubamendi. Like, they got some dogs in the team. That's why I think it's the most embarrassing.
Bring back Carlitos Vela,
I think they leave, bro. I think they fucking leave. I think half the guys you just
All
mentioned,
of them?
Jack, are gone. I think Kubo, if he's smart, is probably gone. Like there's still enough hype and enough PR for him that he can go somewhere. Like people are still in the streets screaming free Kubo. Zubamendi's probably gone. I would imagine, whether it be Real Madrid, whether it be Arsenal, whether it be, I don't know if Liverpool comes back in after the dragging they got last summer. But at the end of the day, I think he leaves. I don't know, man. I think some of the bigger pillars of this team are going to start to move on. So maybe that is a paradise for a manager, all right? A new paradise, if you will. Just being able to retool the entire roster the way that you want it to be built. But it's still a pretty big rebuild.
The crazy thing about Oyarzabal is that he's only 28. Like, for some reason, I thought he was like, 30.
Wasn't he a left winger?
Wasn't he? Well, yeah, he was a winger. I mean, yeah. But to Jack's point, like, they don't have a 9, so they did what Arsenal did with Mikel Merino. They're like, oh, who can finish better at practice? Cool. Let's put him up there.
I might take Merino over Oyarzabal. No bullshit.
Right now, yeah, dude. You wouldn't have said that 6 months ago.
As a striker?
As a striker? No bullshit. I might take Merino over Oyarzabal.
I would say absolutely. Dude, these guys are so down bad. They signed Umar Sadiq on a loan. Like, they were just trying to do anything to get them something up top. Like, but still, the rest of the team is good enough to not be this ass. I think Alguacil's been terrible. I think he's been awful this season.
Bro, he's a name that popped up in the Barca manager search. And I'm not saying they were taking it seriously, but he was legit a name that popped up. I was like, guys, I know we're not sticking to the aesthetic of trying to keep this Spanish and whatnot. Like, if those are the names we're reaching for, we just got to look elsewhere, man. It's not a big deal. Just got to look elsewhere.
Hire an interim for a year if that's the option. Just like promote somebody from the B team. From the U23s.
Yeah, bro. I was like, wait for Arteta. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit who it is. You're not bringing this man into this club. There's no fucking way.
Dead ass footy, bro. Yeah, get him away from the Mexican national team.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be crazy if he was the assistant for Mexico and the Barcelona manager at the same time. That would be insane.
No.
All right. I got a trivia question for y'all.
Oh, good.
Let's hear it.
Who is leading La Liga in expected assists per 90 minutes?
Expected assists?
Expected assists.
His striker's not converting.
Well, he could. He could. I didn't look at actual assists. I think he's like 95th in that too. But expected assists is leading the division.
That's a really good question.
It has to be... The reason why you're asking this, leads me to believe that it's not a Barcelona guy, because I was going to think either Rafinha or Lamine. I'm going to go with our boy, Alex Baena from Villarreal.
Bro, so...
Jose, let's hear it.
That's actually not... considering he's probably up there in assists, that's I would say. I mean, bro, we're talking right now. So unless Jack is changing the topic, we're talking about someone in the Basque region.
Ooh, I could see that too, yeah.
Bro, give me
Williams brother.
Give me Oyarzabal. No, I'm playing. Give
Williams
me,
brother.
Dead last. Dead effing last. And expected assists.
That shit would actually be crazy though.
It'd be crazy.
Just go Nico Williams, dude.
No. Give me, bro. Aramburu doesn't push up that much, but that'd be crazy if a defender got like a really high expected assist.
It's not a defender. I will give you that hint. It is not a defender.
Fuck, man. Give me Kubo. But Kubo's missed too many games. I don't know who else to pick. Give me Kubo.
Well, it's per 90. It's per 90.
Oh.
Okay, so it's proportionate.
Yes, proportionate.
Give
You
me,
can go with Kubo?
yeah, fuck it. Give me Kubo. It's somebody on Sociedad.
Name the team first. Don't say the player. It's Sociedad.
Villarreal.
Oh, so I was kind of close.
Damn it.
It's
Well,
not Alex Baena.
Okay.
Y'all want me to tell you? You want to take one more guess? I'll give you one more guess. Whoever says it
Villarreal,
next.
bro.
Who else would it be, dude?
Nah, if it's not Baena, give me, bro. It has to be fucking. It's not gonna be Pino, bro. There's no fucking way. Give me. It has to be Perez.
No, because I use it like finishes up top, dude.
He does, but he also provides quite a bit.
The leader in La Liga and expected assist per 90 is Nicolas Pepe.
No way.
Bro, I was hating on my own, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was hating on my own, bro. That's
come
fucking
on,
crazy. Dude. Although I will say, people will still
on a
scream
platter.
from the rooftops that he was the worst signing in Arsenal history. I don't believe that. But
that's
it was his
That's an
price
African
tag, bro.
champion.
hyperbole.
Yeah, he's African champion. And more importantly, he came into La Liga firing, bro.
Yeah,
I was thinking more for goals, but I did not expect him to be up there at assists or expected assists. Holy shit.
First.
So
and I just want to say, we did a transfers video. We did a ranking video. I'll talk about that in a sec. We did a ranking video, best transfers. We'll do a final one, drop it on the channel. Hit subscribe for that. I don't remember where we put Nicolas Pepe. I think I had him 8. Dude, I might have to bump him higher, dude. I might have to bump him higher, dude. Free transfer? He was a free transfer, y'all. I don't even know what his wages are, right? If you're going to do him versus Anthony or something, at least Anthony, he got that huge Manchester United wage bill, right? That financially, there's more of a burden to getting Anthony in here on a loan, albeit it's also not permanent, at least not yet. And I saw, man, you want 40 to 50 mil. Crazy. Or Nicolas Pepe, who was at effing Trabzonspor last season in Turkey, coming in here on free. He's got 2 goals, 5 assists in the season so far. But I think he's only got 12 starts because he had a bad injury that took him out for like 2.5 months.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
But when he's played, man,
of the year.
Yeah. Villarreal beat Osasuna 4-2 recently. He was unplayable. A goal and 2 assists, bro. He's a demon,
bro.
He's one of the comeback stories of the year.
100%. And by the way, second free transfer in a row. Keep in mind, he left Arsenal on a free to Trabzonspor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And we were absolutely ridiculed to the fucking T. And then he made the second free transfer in a row to La Liga. So, yeah, man, just need to find the right home.
He's 29. So
I think so, bro. I mean, we've seen it. Look at Anthony and Betis, bro. This man was getting called a fidget spinner in the Premier League. And he legitimately is, and again, it's not like a knock on La Liga. I think it's like when he's around players who can actually ball on a technical level, this man knows what to do with it, right? He's got good support around him, and he can score at the end of the day.
That was going to be my mini topic, so I'm glad that we're segueing that way.
Oh yeah,
yeah, bring it up.
Not just because of the goal, but I was going to say, like, how much do you think he's going to go for, and how much money do you think United are going to get for him, realistically? Right, because when you look at the pieces that they loaned out, right, Rashford's been fucking balling for Aston Villa. Like,
if they try to squeeze this orange for every bit of juice it's worth, it's going to backfire. I'm talking Manchester United.
Yeah.
It's going to backfire because I don't see a scenario where Betis spends a shit ton on Anthony. I even think
I don't think they will.
No, I think it was a lot of money for them to even spend on Cucho. Keep in mind, Cucho was 16 million from MLS.
Right.
So like that was even like, and everybody MLS was like, dude, what the fuck? You just took one of our best players in the entire league for 16 mil. Like, what does it say about the league? I think it says that like Betis is not going to spend a shit ton of money. So why is United going to try and squeeze this for like every penny they can get out of it when at the end of the day they probably need to offload the winger and it's a good fit?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Dude,
find some middle ground.
If they spend more than 20, I will be shocked.
Yeah,
because I also don't think they can. I'm sure they'd love to spend 30, but this is why do they? What's the guy's name? Diao. That they had to sell him.
Yeah,
they had to sell him to Como for financial reasons. I mean, I don't think they can spend 30 mil on Anthony. And honestly, why would you spend 30 mil on a guy who, for being objective, has been good for 3 months?
Yeah. Agreed.
PR. I think United is assuming every team moves like they do at the end of the day.
Well, when you think about it,
PR merchants, fuck it. Let's go drop a bag on him, man. Everyone's talking about him right now without actually doing the long-term homework you need on a player like that and determine if he's going to be a good piece systemically for whatever coach is at the helm. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, if you're a team that has the money to spend, and I'm not saying like unrealistic amounts, right? Like I'm talking realistically, who do you go for? Him, so Anthony, Rashford, or Sancho? The three Loneys.
I mean, I would love to see Rashford in La Liga. I would love to see Rashford in La Liga.
Yeah, agreed.
That's got to be a video that comes to the channel at some point.
Best resume by far of any of those.
100%.
Players.
Yeah, he's done it on the national team too.
Yeah, Sancho is. I don't think Sancho's a terrible player, but you could argue he might end up being the most expensive just by age, by ethnicity. They might ask for the most money for him.
That's crazy.
And I don't think he's got the CV. And Anthony, again, it's like 4 good months. It's great. But like Betis overall have been cooking since 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can say that Anthony is like, again, man, football's a game of moments. He's had some moments that have been big, and I think they've used as a springboard for some of the results they've pulled in.
Agreed. Yeah.
And I mean, dude, you look at the one today, right? I mean, again, it's like, oh, okay, like that. First off, the shot itself was holy shit.
Yeah, it was nasty.
I mean, it was right up there with like. I mean, he's had some goals, some great ones so far. Obviously, I think back to the one against Andres Real Madrid, but I think that you put that shit aside, like those all been pretty like good goals. This goal today was an absolute banger. People are gonna say, "Oh, it's against Espanyol." I mean, again, do you realize how hyped up that keeper is? Even I think Joan Garcia right now is probably one of the hottest prospects in Europe across any of the keeper I can think of. I can't think of another keeper who has as much PR as he has right now. Which, by the way, I didn't realize. Thinking about this earlier, Spanish goalkeepers are a hot commodity right now. Like if you think about it, like. We might be entering a pretty golden era of like Spanish goalkeeping just at the moment. There's
a lot
Europe.
Of parity, but there's not like one stud, right? There's not the Lamine Yamal of Spanish goalkeepers. You know what I'm saying? Like we're looking at this like kind of freshman class, if you will.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, this guy could be good. This guy could be good. This guy could be good. But I swear to God, you could make an argument for 4 different guys to be Spain's number one. And then you just got David Raya just doing well in Arsenal all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of out of sight, out of mind for this
show, bro. Like
Kepa
looks better at Bournemouth. I think so. To have a De Gea is in a European semifinal. And that old head, right? But
was
still
good against Betis too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
played well in the semifinal.
Yeah, so I think, and Joan Garcia, kind of the new young gun coming up that everyone's starting to kind of catch wind of. I don't know, man. I just think when you've had to rely upon, but you think about it, bro. They've been so reliant upon Unai Simon for what 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like there's a shift, and I think it's good for Spanish football at the end of the day. But yeah, man, I don't know, to bring it all around back. I just think at the end of the day, La Liga does not have a shit ton of money to go out there and spend. We know this. United knows this. They're not stupid. And I don't even know how many suitors they have lined up to take Anthony off their hands. You might as well go with the one that just fits the best. Because at the same time, bro, you need to have good relationships. United needs to have a good relationship with La Liga when they think about future transfers and whatnot. Yeah. Find a way to get the deal done.
I don't think he goes to another Prem team. I think he either stays at Betis
if he's smart,
he
doesn't.
Back.
Yeah. I agree.
Speaking of Betis beating Espanyol, do you guys know when Espanyol's last loss was? At home?
At home.
Jack loves Espanyol.
At home.
Jack loves Espanyol. It's crazy.
I did. I cooked with that prediction. Just want to say. Absolutely cooked.
I'll give it to you. I want to get relegated so fucking bad, but like it is what it is, man.
They won't do. They got pedigree. Too much pedigree.
I wouldn't say pedigree. That's a bit of a strong word. Bit of a strong word. But,
Last loss at home. That's a good question. Beginning of the year?
Last loss in general or last loss at home?
At home.
At home.
It's got to be at least a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Try before Halloween.
What?
No fucking way. Oh, shit.
Damn. Okay.
Espanyol's last loss at home was October 24th.
Damn.
They're still shitters, bro. They're still shitters. I don't care.
But everybody's 14th in La Liga right now. We already talked about the points thing. Real Betis on the flip side.
Yeah.
1 loss in the league in 2 months, which was a couple weeks ago. They lost to Villarreal 2-1 at home. which I feel like that's one of the main things to look at now is the race for European spots in La Liga. Because if you look at the table, spoiler alert, Basque Derby ended 0-0. Who could have seen that coming?
So sad, bro.
Real Betis are in 6th on 57 points. Villarreal are in 5th on 58 points. And they have the tiebreaker. They have a better GD and they have the better head-to-head. Mm-hmm. So Betis have to get more points than them. And we have 4 games to play. Who makes it to the Champions League?
Oh,
Villarreal or Betis? Let's pull up. Let's do this. Let's do an exercise for us in the audience. I'm gonna read the remaining fixtures. We'll do Villarreal first, and then we will do Real Betis. So in the league, Villarreal
points that they get. Go ahead.
Okay. Villarreal. As soon as this wants to load here. Okay. Whoo! All right. They got Girona away.
Okay.
Dub.
Leganés at home.
Dub.
Okay.
Barcelona away.
Oh. L.
Sevilla at home.
Those are
trap
the last
game. It'll be close. That one's trap game material.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Then go Betis.
Betis now. Osasuna at home. Rayo Vallecano away. Ooh! Atletico away. And Valencia at home.
Bro, it's Villarreal. It's Villarreal.
Definitely Villarreal.
My chest right now, it's Villarreal. It's so difficult, bro. It's so difficult. Osasuna at home, right off the bat, going to be a trap game for them. I think so. They're going to make it difficult.
That should be a banger. That should be a 3-2.
Absolutely. But then Atleti away at the Wanda, you got Jesus Christ.
They embarrassed us earlier this season.
Fine, I'll concede that, and maybe they have a little more to play for, arguably. But like at the end of the day, like I just feel like at the Wandas, I don't see you guys respectfully to Betis. I don't see you guys because I don't see you guys getting swept by Betis in the season.
No,
put it that way.
Especially
we got to deactivate.
I was like, I don't know, man. Although with that said, if Cucho bags the winner in that tie, we will be there no matter what.
So I have 7 points for Villarreal out of those 9 available, and then I have 5 points for Betis out of those 9 available.
I agree with 7. Okay. Who's your 5? Who's your 5 for Betis? Where the 5 points come from?
1 point against Osasuna at home, 1 point against Rayo away, losing at the Wanda, and then beating Valencia at home.
Beating Valencia is
interesting.
Too.
Yeah. Okay. I think they beat Osasuna at home.
Okay.
Draw Rayo away.
Yep.
Draw Atleti.
Really?
And lose to Valencia. Bro, Atleti, we fucking suck right now.
I mean, that's still 5 points either way, though. It's 5 points either way.
I got the same thing. I just got it going down differently.
That's crazy that you think that
Atleti.
Bro, yeah, you're ready to fucking implode.
It's over.
No boys ready for an inside job.
Come on, man. That's
epic proportions.
Have some faith.
DePaul's trying to carry this team. Bunch of bums out there, man. It's so bad. We drew Alaves 0-0 away.
No.
I literally didn't watch the second half.
Snooze fest.
Didn't watch the second half,
bro.
I'm not wasting my life like that. We're about to let our best player walk. It's crazy,
bro. You know what's insane? I have 4 points out of that, but they're different. So like, I have
Osasuna
lost to Osasuna.
Damn.
Valencia at the end is gonna be a draw, and the loss of Atleti and they
beat Rayo.
They beat Rayo. That's right. It comes through.
To me, that's a harder one, dude. Beating Rayo away.
Bro, I watched Espanyol walk in there and slap him up 2-3-0 in the first 20 minutes. There's no fucking.
I mean, that's fair. But
I think at Vallecas, the wheels have come off. I don't know.
The Vallecas has fallen.
Yeah,
it ain't that scary. For some reason, I don't know what's going on this year. Because you're right, but it seems like when the non-big teams go there, they just don't get up.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
I think it's the Europe pressure. because I don't think they've ever qualified, and they're like right there.
They're 8th,
and they keep getting like big result, and they're right about to qualify for Europe, and then they lose like horribly to some other bad team, and then it's like the European dream's dead, and then they get another big win like the next weekend, and like they just cannot string together victories here because they beat Getafe today. I guarantee they lose the next weekend. I don't even know who they're playing, but is it Betis? It is. No, it's not Betis. That's in 2 weeks. That's in 2 weeks.
Okay. 2 weeks. Yeah, they lost to you're right.
They're losing to whoever they play.
Las Palmas.
Woo! Relegation.
Away.
Okay.
Las Palmas away. So
Las Palmas away is a goddamn beach resort, dude. There's no environment.
It's a timeshare.
It
love
is.
that, dude.
Fucking
It's a
crazy,
sandals.
bro.
It's a
That's
sandals, Jamaica.
crazy.
Bro.
That's wild.
That's
Everybody
crazy.
got tropical
Crazy.
shirt button downs in the stadium. There's no atmosphere there at all.
Dude, their schedule is
okay.
actually so Las Palmas away, then Betis at home, Celta de Vigo away, and then Mallorca at home. So it's not easy, dude.
Yeah,
That's not easy.
It's not easy. at
Celta
all.
away? That's
Yeah.
not easy at
That's
all.
what I'm saying, dude.
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
Okay, how about this? Villarreal. Let's just say they get caught. They drop into the Europa League.
Okay.
They top 3 favorites to win the tournament next season?
That's a good question.
It's the same shit we were asking ourselves about Bilbao last season, to be honest. It's the same
I would
shit.
say it's definitely, apples to apples comparison.
Yes,
So
but
semifinal should be the goal.
bro, they're good enough to answer your question, but I'll say it right now. They won't do it. If that's the exact scenario, they won't be. Something will happen, bro. They always shoot themselves in the foot somehow. Like
Except when
Villarreal
they won.
should be a very, very good team if you actually think about how much they actually run at you when they're at full strength.
Yeah.
And yet something happens, man. Like I don't know, man. I kind of feel for that fan base. Imagine just and again, dude, everything about that stadium, about that fan base, the team itself. Imagine, bro, just like walking to the big ass yellow submarine, and you're there, and you're fucking just cheering on your team, and some bullshit happens, and it always causes this like waterfall effect. They don't lose barely. Sometimes they lose big. You can't even explain how the hell it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. If I'm banking on them to like make a run, unless Unai Emery's at the helm again, I don't know, man. It's something about it.
I think favorites
Payena's probably gone next season too, for being dead ass.
for sure.
Oh yeah, good point. And if that happens, if they lost him and like one other guy, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It used to be like Baena and Bino. Like if those two guys were like out of the side, it's like, and now Bino's not what he used to be. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's better recently. I've been watching him. He's been better recently.
Yeah, he's getting back into it. But I think Baena, if he's going to Atleti, that's another fucking fear of mine is that he goes to Atletico Madrid. But if he does, I guess DePaul's probably out potentially. That's what I heard the rumor might be. We'll find out.
Which makes no sense because DePaul
He's the best player.
Yeah. Well,
Diana should be left wing.
Yeah, they're different midfielders entirely. Like it's just entirely different.
Entirely. Yeah.
But maybe McGallagher.
This is not a like for like.
Maybe Gallagher's like the slot in for DePaul. You know, like not the same passer, right? But he's got the Simeone work engine and like the
downgrade of the century.
Hey, don't talk shit about my boy Connor,
bro, and make myself feel better at the same time.
God.
Do
you guys remember what I said at the beginning of the season? He would do.
Yeah.
10
10
and 10.
Oh, yeah, bro.
20
Jack has not forgot that shit, bro.
I'm still getting a jersey, dude. That's the one athletic kit that I will get. Fucking Connor.
I've been keeping that in my.
Nobody wants.
I've been keeping that in my pocket.
I'm sure you have.
I'm gonna keep that in my pocket.
Let
me see what else should we talk about with the Europa League. Let's see. As of time of recording as well. Again, everybody's tied on 44 points in this godforsaken league. Raya would be in the Conference League. I feel like they could do some damage there. I feel like that's I don't think they'd win, but they could make a semi. I think they're good enough to make a semi.
Yeah, I think so. Sure.
Sure.
I have to watch more Conference League to get a sense, bro. I watched again more of it this season than ever because of Betis. But based on what I've seen, yeah, I think so. I really want to see EC Palazzone in Europe. I think I'm not saying he's like revolutionary, bro. That little ball dude can move with the ball at times, man. I want to see him. I want to see him just get a little bit of validation. And I think if also, bro, based on how we expect Europe to go the rest of the way this season, La Liga at the end of this year will need more validation next season. We just will. Like, we just will. So, yeah, I want to see Rayo or somebody like that make some moves in the Conference League.
Yeah. All right. I did want to touch on briefly Real Madrid beating Celta 3-2. Was not able to watch this game, but I do know that Real Madrid went up 3-0 before a late push by Celta. Still 4 points back. Real Madrid with 4 games to play. Again, El Clasico next weekend. We might be going live for that. If you guys want a live stream for that, you have to comment down below. Nobody comments it, we ain't doing the live. All right. But if y'all comment, if y'all upvote each other's comments, we'll be forced, honor bound to do it. So again, hit subscribe for that and let us know. You know, you got to tell us what y'all want. The only thing that I saw on the timeline was Arda Güler praise.
Yeah. He scored a banger.
Goal. It was a good goal.
Yeah, that was a banger.
Hold on,
I'm
before you go inject. I'm kind of curious. Whose is better objectively, Andre? Anthony or Goulet?
Obviously Anthony, dude. Come on.
Yeah. That
goal was fucking nasty. That was like Cristiano Ronaldo-esque.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Like the cut inside, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Also, the player reaction
does next season.
Ooh, that's a great question, dude. I actually was talking to one of my buddies about that because he's kind of one of those players that, like, if you're smart enough, like, you wouldn't take him on your team. Like, Arada should fucking go somewhere where he can actually like start and like be the guy. And I'm talking like midfield, right? Like I'm talking like UEFA.
Yeah. If I get Turkey's version of Arda Güler, 100%.
Europe.
100%. National team version.
But or do you say, you know what? Like, yeah, we had a shit ass season at Madrid. Like, you know, chances are we're going to bounce back and we're going to have a bounce back year. Do I stay and become part of that, like, you know, squad rotation that's going to push for 3 titles? I think he doesn't go this year, but I think this next season is going to be really telling for him on what he does.
If he doesn't play, you think
Correct.
He leaves next season?
Yeah, if he plays the same exact role that he's been doing right now, because he's probably like our 14th, 15th player, he leaves the following season. My
buddy who watches Turkish football said that he's y'all's second best player.
Oh, that's
like
outrageous.
Like ability wise,
just skills. No,
it was unclear.
That is insane.
I did not have time to jump into it, but I was like, even if you are talking technical ability, is he the second best player?
No,
Andres in shambles at that.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, send me his fucking Twitter, dude. I'm gonna
say I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. I was like, is there something I'm not understanding here about? Because I like Arda Güler. I think especially for the national team, he's a player, dude. But I'm like,
he's not.
That's interesting. Okay, how about this? Baena goes to Atletico Madrid and Villarreal loan Arda Güler.
Oof.
Tell me he doesn't cook there.
He is, and that's what I'm saying. That's the type 100%. Of team that he belongs in. Like he needs to go to a team that's pushing for like Europa League, maybe Champions League. But then you play, 30 out of the 38 Liga matches, and then you end up playing every single time that you play in Europe. Like that's the type of player they need.
Yeah,
that's a great one. Actually,
he would dethrone Yeremy Pino. No bullshit.
Yeah, dude. In a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's better than Pino.
I heard a couple, like I was just reading when Arda Güler, I didn't really know much about him when he joined, but like former players and even current players like Luka Modric, like guys that have been there forever, they're like, dude, any type of drill in practice, Arda Güler is like just outshining everybody. Like that motherfucker has work rate and also like, probably to your buddy's point, like technical ability is up there for sure. So I'm not shitting on him, but
Ancelotti's the reason then. So I think
100%, dude.
That's why I would say I disagree. Like I think Arda Güler could leave this summer if whoever the new manager is going to be. If it's Xabi Alonso, great. I think he has to have a conversation with him, just like he has to have it with Endrick, just like he has to have it with Rodrigo, just like with all these players as to whether or not they are actually in his not firm plans to be a part of the squad, but to legitimately make impact on this team. Because I think Xabi Alonso, to me, I feel like he's the guy that would be honest about that straight up. Hey, you know what?
100%.
I want you long term. But right now, I think a loan just makes the most sense. I really think he would give the players that grace, that honesty up front. And that's why I honestly think with the squad Madrid has, they could definitely use him. He's not a week in and week out starter right now, just with the squad you guys have. So yeah, he probably gets loaned out. I don't know if Madrid does it inside of the league. I think Madrid would actually like push him out, like find a way to get him to Serie A, to the Bundesliga, maybe the Prem.
I think
they like intra La Liga loans. Like
they do.
But up until Kubo, though, I feel like after Kubo fucking shit on us,
Fran Garcia
like,
too.
We don't really want to see that again. Like, get him.
Yeah, like Odegaard, same thing, right? But yeah, at some point they try to make it where it's like difficult, and especially if he poses a threat. Maybe they include a clause where he can't play against Madrid and things like that. But I just think if it could work in a way where it backfires against the institution,
I know that's wild.
They don't do it, bro. I mean, Barca does the same shit. If I'm being honest, like we do the same thing.
I play our players. Football Manager, and every time I loan a player, that's like an automatic. You can't. If you play that team, they just sit out. Like
no fucking way. Barca does it more savage, bro. The clause is like, hey, because again, we're once upon a time, not too long ago, we were broke boys out here. So the clause was, hey, he could play, but it was like 250, 300K cash up front. Let him play. You can play, bro. Go ahead. Put the money on the table. He's all yours, and we won't say anything about it.
Damn.
So I don't know. A little more savage, in my opinion. Who do we do that, bro? We did it with random ass players like Romeu when he went to fucking
fucking guy.
like he's not like a real threat, And they're like, nah, you got to pay us.
We don't have time for the relegation special right now, but you don't have 3 points clear.
Dude,
They're literally 3 points clear. It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. They lost 5 in a row, I think, up until the draw this weekend. It's insane.
They play tomorrow.
Or tomorrow,
they haven't even played yet.
City football.
I think
the draw was last week.
That's all it is, bro.
Mallorca at home, dude. That's not a guaranteed point either.
Yep.
It's if they get relegated,
that would be insane.
Wow. I mean, that fan base. I think Villarreal fans have actually had quite a good last decade. If you're a Girona fan, you just made the same
Champions
season
League.
you're the Champions League, you get relegated.
That's insane.
Nah, that's absolutely crazy. Gentlemen, I have like 1.5 more minutes here. Very quickly, El Clasico preview.
Oh, let's go. I was waiting for it.
Shot clock.
Come on,
Shot
Jose.
clock here.
Come on, Jose. Let's fucking hear it, buddy.
I think, look, bro, I'm not going to make a prediction just yet. Look, one of the hardest things to do. Look, give me a second. One of the hardest things to do, and I'm wary of this, as much shit as I talk. One, I'm expecting us to win. But it will be somehow, I think, a completely different game than what we got in the Copa del Rey final. The Copa del Rey final will go down this season as the best Clasico all season long. I don't think there'll be another one that tops it.
Agreed.
And so I expect this one, for whatever reason, bro, to get – I know Rudiger's out, but maybe possibly to still find a way to be even chippier. It won't be a pretty game. It's the final La Liga Clasico of the season. And I think Barca wins it narrowly as they won the Copa del Rey final. I don't think we're going to smack them like we did in the first.
Like what? 1-0? 2-1? What are you thinking?
2-1. Yeah, probably like a 2-1. Madrid will score, I think, mainly because of just the question mark around Balde. Bro, this is what pissed me off, too. And I don't know if I think it's because Flick has his eyes still on the
Liga. I have 90 seconds.
That's fair. The last thing I'll say, Balde might be back. If he's back, we win no matter what.
Okay, cool. I think we should on you for some reason. We have nothing else to play for. I think we win 3-0, 3-1. I don't know why.
When's the last time you guys showed a
3-0 at the Montjuic?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I just have a feeling, dude.
I mean, you're right.
I don't know why is the mantra of Madrid fans when it comes
to
this.
We have nothing else to play for this season.
I feel that way.
Nothing else to play for, dude. That's it.
Well, that's
our Super Bowl.
There's no tactics. It's just I feel like we're gonna win today.
Crest.
When's the last time Madrid waxed anybody, bro?
Doesn't matter, dude. It's Madrid, dude. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I'm on that shit, dude. And maybe it will fucking slap me in the face. I don't give a shit. But I have a feeling that we are gonna fucking go out there and play the same way. I always use this analogy, and you know this. I'm a Bears fan. We fucking have sucked ass for 30 years, and every time we play the Packers, that's our Super Bowl. So that's the same feeling,
bro. But now you're saying 3-goal disparity, but you're saying you're keeping Hansi Flick's Barca off the score sheet, bro.
That's 3-1. I'll give you 3-1.
That's a wild statement.
I'll give you 3-1.
All right, I'm gonna say if Balde plays 4-2 Barca. If he doesn't play, 3-1 Barca. I think Barca by 2.
Okay.
I just don't think Madrid got it. Y'all do not keep clean sheets to save your life. And
maybe 3-2.
Yeah, I think what will save Real Madrid maybe a little bit. Barca gonna be tired.
He heard the logic. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe 3-2. Give me 3-2, bro.
3-2. We still win.
All right. Well, this
got 3
is
points.
cool. We're going 2 Barca victories versus 1 Real Madrid victory, guys. I said, we're gonna be back here on the channel to either do a live stream or to do an instant match reaction for El Clasico next Sunday. So no matter what, you guys have something to look forward to in 7 days' time. And, of course, this Tuesday, we have Barcelona versus Inter, which is going to be a banger. So we'll have a video for that for you guys.
Forza.
And then on Thursday, we're back again. Forza, Jesus. We're back again for Athletic Club's remontada against Manchester United at Old Trafford. And what should be a pretty damn epic second leg between Betis and Fiorentina. So we will be here providing all the content for you guys. We hope you stick along for the journey. If you want to and you want to stay in the news about everything that's dropping here on Lengua de la Liga, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me and my co-hosts on social media. Everything is in the description. We appreciate you guys for watching or listening. And we'll see y'all in the next episode.